Hi, this is Yarrow here coming to you for the daily TV show, Yarrow.tv daily. It's Monday and it's hot. I think it was hot a couple days ago. It's still hot and I'm really tired of sweating, but what can you do? This is Brisbane in summer. My day today, just to give you a quick update, as some of you probably know, a year and a half ago, my mother had a stroke. She's still in the hospital, unfortunately. Long story there. Not going to go into much depth because frankly it's just depressing to talk about, and I am very much tired of talking about it. But I do still go in and see her about 5 out of every 7 days for a few hours and make sure she's okay. So did that just now. Just got home. It's a little after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm about to do some work. But I was doing some work actually with Mum because she was having a nap. So I had the laptop out, which I'm recording this on, and I was writing a couple of things. Newsletter to go out to the list tonight, which is just going to tell people about my article. If you haven't read it yet, head over to entrepreneurs-journey.com. It's about what I think is the biggest and most important trend for 2013, especially for you if you're an information publisher who is looking to, I guess, carve out your own little corner on the internet selling information products. So really, really important subject, and I think it's the most important topic for next year. If you're not thinking along these lines, as I talk about in the article, you're going to struggle to deal with the conditions we currently face online, and which will only increase next year. Anyway, not the topic for today's video. What I was also doing at the hospital was writing an article, which I hope to publish probably tomorrow, which will be Tuesday in Australia, and it's essentially a request for feedback from you. So I thought I might use this video as a chance to also request that same feedback because I'd like to collect it from as many places as I can. And this really has to do with what you're currently working on. So, if you're watching this right now, you're probably one of my closest fans, or you just like video, whatever the case may be. You probably like what I do, but you no doubt have your own agenda, your own goals as well around the area of perhaps blogging or selling your own information product, or maybe doing coaching, something along those lines. That's obviously what I've been teaching for a long time, online entrepreneurship and everything that goes along with it. What I'd like to do for next year is actually restructure my email autoresponder newsletter. So what that is essentially the emails that go out in sequence to my newsletter that are pre-programmed. So back in 2006 and 2007, I actually wrote a series of over 50 emails to go out, one per week for an entire year. And they were about blogging tips. And that made complete sense at the time. I was focused on writing a course on how to make money blogging. I was just about to release a report called the Blog Profits Blueprint. And I had this sequence of 50 or so emails that would go out, one per week for an entire year, to my newsletter subscribers. So I had this great series of content, and it was designed to basically teach people. And if you wanted more information, you could join one of my coaching programs as well. Now, that newsletter is still available if you want to get a hold of it. It's at entrepreneurs-journey.com/newsletter. And I think you just saw a cat walk by behind me. That's Ramses, as you probably, if you've seen on Facebook, I do take some photographs with him now and then. He's happy to see me because he just got fed some food. Anyway, my newsletter. So the whole idea now is to actually redo my newsletter. I haven't used that old sequence for a number of years. I've had a couple of false starts doing new sequences of newsletters. The current one is about 7 issues long, and it pretty much is an introduction to setting up a profitable website, which is designed to go with the how to start page on my blog. However, I'd like to redo it and really do it properly this time. Get a solid sequence of really good email newsletters that will go out automatically. And for next year, 2013, my plan is to write those. So what I want to do, though, is make sure I'm really hitting the nail on the head in terms of what you're trying to deal with. So I want to know more about you. So my 2 questions are, these are the questions I'm posing in the article on my blog as well as now to you in this video, are: number 1, what is it your biggest problem? Let me try that again. What is your biggest problem with what you're trying to do online right now? So what are you stuck with? What are you struggling with? What is it that's really holding you back from getting the result you like? Now, I don't know whether you're at the start of this process or you're already making some money online, or maybe you've got your blog set up but you're having trouble with getting newsletter subscribers or traffic. Maybe you're having trouble with the whole conversion process of making sales of your product or doing a launch or creating the information products in the first place. I don't know where you're at. This is the whole point of this question, is to find out what you personally are dealing with right now that you feel is holding you back. Where are you struggling? Where could you use some help with? Where could I answer a question that might actually help you move you past this problem? So that's the first question. The second question is a natural extension to that. I'd like to know what it is you're actually trying to do online. So that first question gives me the problem, and the context is what you're actually trying to achieve in terms of a big picture. So I want to know, are you trying to quit your job? Like, are you trying to make enough money from a blog or some kind of information publishing business to quit your job, to travel, to just make $1 million, to buy your dream car, to support a charity? What is it that is giving you the energy to do what you do online? What's your goal? What's your big picture motivation behind the kind of business you're trying to make, and why you have these problems? So if you could give me the problem and what's your goal as a response to this video. I don't mind if you do it as a video response. I don't mind if you do it in text as a reply to this comment. You can go to my blog at entrepreneurs-journey.com and leave a reply to the article, which will probably be up by the time you're watching this. Whatever the case may be, give me an answer to those two questions. What's your biggest problem, and what are you trying to achieve? What's your goal? And that will help me a lot to craft a really great newsletter next year that I hope will answer directly these questions. So my intentions are to actually take your question and use that as part of the newsletter and answer it in the newsletter. So if you can be very specific, be as long-winded as you like, I don't mind. Tell me your story, tell me your problems, and I'd love to answer them there. Obviously, let's try and make it on topic. I don't mind if it's mindset related or personal development related, but obviously we're all here to try and get some sort of online business going. That's the sort of goal we have. And my personal goal is to maintain my laptop lifestyle. That's what I'm after. So that's the question. I think that's a good point to end this video on. It's really, I want to make sure you answer that question. So I'm going to repeat the call to action. Please leave a comment reply or a video reply, or leave a comment on my blog answering those two questions. And that will help me a lot, and hopefully it will help you sometime in the future too when I get those answers to you. So that's it from me. My name is Yarrow. You can go to yaro.tv to catch all my videos, or of course you can go Google my name, Yaro, to find my blog and everything that I do. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next Yarrow.tv daily. Bye-bye.